Okay, we are back with more fantasy outer haze. It's The Witcher 3. I'm playing it. I haven't played it before. Uh, yeah, so
It possibly the Orkneys. It could be the
it could be
Orkneys.
the Orkneys. It could be the Orkneys. But here we are in fantasy Scotland. I knew your kind. Always wanted to walk into a home and have somebody yell that at me. These people got yttrium ingots, so you know my kind is a thief. You're right. So tell me a little bit about Skellige, Tom.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. It's Viking Scotland. There's lots of pirates. They're the for a while in the Witcher books, when it comes to the conflict between the Northern Realms and the Nilfgaard Empire, they're the
Just
kingmakers.
got a baby, Tom.
I see that. They're the kingmakers in the conflict. Like if you can get Skellige to support you, you'll probably be able to beat back Nilfgaard.
So like, where goes
Um,
Skellige? Drive back fantasy Germany.
Fantasy Rome. Nilfgaard is like their names and everything are they have a vaguely Dutch feel to them, but they're basically Rome.
The Dutch aren't a people, Tom.
um, but the yeah, the Sea Dogs of Skellige, their pirate forces that they have, are extremely good at destroying Nilfgaardian ships. So if you can get them on your side, there's a good chance that they will be able to shred the supply lines for the Nilfgaardians. So that's
Ah,
kind of their deal at first in the books. Um, and like in the show, one of the major characters is the uncle of Ciri, or grandfather of Ciri rather, who is the king of Skellige, the High King of Skellige, at the time of the book's beginning. After he is killed when
is he
the
one of the kings that Lethos takes down?
no, no, he's killed the same way he was in the show when the Nilfgaardians take Sintra. He gets killed during the
Ah,
process of them taking Sintra. Um, the king
press
after
press F to
the
pay
the
respects.
the king after he dies is Crack on Crate. He gets elected, and Crack on Crate is a very old friend of Geralt's, and he's in the show. If you watch the episode where they do the banquet at the
Yeah,
castle
the
in
the
Sintra,
porcupine soap opera.
yes,
Yeah.
he's the guy who has the bagpipes and keeps playing them every time the Nilfgaardian ambassador tries to talk.
Of course he is.
But he ends up becoming High King of Skellige, and he is a like good friend of Geralt.
Okay, so I do have friends here. Like,
Yes. Quite a few actually. Geralt is like well liked in Skellige
what?
because he
Why?
has come there and solved quite a few problems for them.
Why would they start me off in the place where it seems like everyone hates me then? That seems backwards, CD Project Red.
So the people there might not like Geralt very much. Like I think the people in Skellige in general don't like Witchers, but the leaders like Geralt.
Oh, I see. So as long as the elite like me. The collected verse of Gonzalo de Vergio. Love. To love is to build a house of cards or play a game of chess, but one wrong word or ill-thought move started all afresh. Tide. Whenever I watch the tide recede, cold coils of fear grip round my heart. Seas sneak back, calm and sure, in the dark of night as they have before. Or will they stay upon the distant shores, leaving crushed up shells and washed up dreams, as memory of surfs of yore? I mean, kind of hackneyed. A little bit basic. What'd you think, Tom?
I'm not a good judge of poetry.
Gonzalo de Vercio, not your jam. It didn't move you.
I mean, poetry tends not to. I'm
Dude.
not.
Dude, you gotta read more poetry, my man.
I've read lots of poetry. I'm not. I'm just. It's not my thing. I like prose.
I'm just saying. The right poetic turn of phase. Ooh. Is this all rib leaf?
Probably.
I was getting
which is just lettuce.
Yeah. Delicious lettuce. I'm throwing away all my honeycomb, and Jerry Two Swords is going vegan. All right. So we are going to the port near No, we're going towards another thing.
Yeah, you should do some exploring for a while. Like when you get there, it's interesting when you meet up with Yennefer and like start the main quest. But
Right.
in my opinion, the side quests in Skellige are better than the side quests in Novigrad.
I found a guarded
Like,
treasure. But what is guarding it?
I think there's a cave. I think you're standing on a mound.
Base is standing.
Or a dun, since this is Scotland.
It is a cave, but it's like a built cave.
Yeah, it's a dun.
Oh,
it's a.
Hey, yo, what up, raids?
Oh, damn.
Let's see. Earden. Pause.
Remember
inventory. Oil.
Remember, wraiths attack in combos of 3 attacks. So if they attack once, don't swing then. Dodge out of the way. Wait for them to attack in their 3-hit combo, then hit them.
Oh man, get in my Earden.
Yeah, they do that kind of spinny attack thing that can hit you 3 times.
And their stuff respawns, or their loot spawns on the floor above me. Thanks, wraiths.
Huh. That's interesting.
Is there something that happens if I ignite all the torches?
Probably not. But I mean, you could go ahead and try it.
Watch, I'm gonna unlock some hidden Easter egg that none of the thousands of people who played this game back when it was relevant could find. Dude, because everyone forgets these 2 torches by the door. That's the reason. That one's a little tricky to get to. Nothing that a little creative use of Igni can't... Oh. 0 out of 10 game, CD Projekt Red. Oh, there we go. See, this place could be, kind of cozy. Oh, there's candles down there, too. This is the,
You're like, surely they couldn't have added all this stuff.
No, I
without
absolutely...
it doing something.
I absolutely would believe that they added all of this stuff and intended for it to do nothing. That's fine. But once I start something, I find it difficult to stop until I am satisfied with my own personal level of idiotic complete. Okay, so guarded treasure, check. Let's go pick up our loot from our wraiths. Get something good. Spectre dust and essence of wraith. That's not bad. And then we'll take a look at our map and figure out where to go from there. So we were talking earlier about Chinese buffets. Specifically that you went to one that you rather enjoy.
I did, and I ate way too much food.
Just enough. So do we want to go here next and just do like a quick little loop-de-loop around these mountains?
Yeah, why not?
Let's explore, y'all. It's our first time in Skellige. We're feeling sassy. Let's do the thing. There's another cave. Go mess with it?
Yeah, why
gotta
not?
go mess with it.
Probably treasure in there.
Does not look like it. There are more torches, though.
I think you're just in their graves. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'm just like poking around a graveyard. Like, it's fine. You guys don't leave valuable stuff in graveyards? No, so I was curious as to A, what your favorite dish from said Chinese buffet is, and B, what to you is the judgment of a good Chinese or Asian buffet?
uh, so my favorite thing that they have there is they do a teriyaki chicken, but it's like a braised chicken. Um,
Forgot to
which
put our chat
it
up. There we go. Anyway, go ahead.
it's a braised chicken, so it's very I don't know how to describe it. It's
Like an exceptionally moist teriyaki chicken. A
yes.
juicy teriyaki chicken.
Yes, but the skin on it is very well like cooked, so it like keeps all of that inside.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, it's very good.
Do they
I like that
is
from
there
there.
like a layer of char on the outside? Like,
Yes. Yeah.
but it's
And then
braised.
and then they cut it into pieces.
So like braised, then finished on a grill, and then
And
then
then slice.
chopped.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real good. The other thing that I really like from there is they have buffet sushi. I mean, buffet sushi is not great, but they do a very good spicy crab that I could eat an entire plate of just that.
I tend to judge Asian buffets. Oh, I am dying.
Yeah, it poisons you.
Well, get wrecked. White
Eh,
Rafford's decoction. Uh, where was I? I was talking about teriyaki. I too judge those places by their teriyaki, but I like the chicken on a stick version of teriyaki, where you just get little tiny like niblets of caramelized goodness.
yeah,
Uh, so if you can get me like a piece of so like well caramelized that it's almost like crunchy, but still meaty and like juicy, oh, that is my jam.
you've been poisoned again.
Yeah, but like now my health isn't super duper low. I'll outlive that. Like that, then I just gotta let the honey do the work, you know. Um, but no. So you say the spicy crab at this place is really good, huh?
Yeah, spicy crab sushi. It's pretty decent. So they have lots of different Chinese food. They've got like General Tso's orange chicken, all that kind of stuff, and I'm a fan of all of those. Um, they have some of like the more exotic stuff, like it's a thing with shrimp, and I can't remember what it's called. But it's very popular there. But then they also do sushi. They do like Americanized food. Like they have bourbon chicken, and their bourbon chicken is real good.
Bourbon chicken.
Um, yeah,
That is, there is a place there's like an all you can eat sushi and teppanyaki joint down on like I want to say off 1,000 Oaks. Uh, that honestly, like if you've got a group of people, it's incredible and I highly recommend it.
Hmm.
But you want to like you'll want to eat everything that you get. You order like sushi like by the piece. You're just like, yeah, give me 6 of those and 7 of those and also some dumplings. And they're like, yeah, sure. And they'll just bring you like little tiny plates of everything that you asked for. It's really incredible. Because you think of the logistics of like what you have to do in order for a, oops, I'm okay. What you have to do in order to keep a kitchen well stocked enough to like cope with those kind of demands,
Hmm.
and like that's pretty mind-boggling. Like managing and doing the purchasing for a place like that has to be a logistical nightmare. I found some long rube, Tom.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
But no. So how do you? So like similar question, right? We have now established the metrics by which we judge the inherent relative worthiness of an Asian buffet, right? Contra question: a dead bear. That's a bear.
It's possibly a dead werebear, but
Ooh, this guy's silver-plated key and old yellow litter. Johnny, as I
you should
write these words, you are 6 years old. I am 30. I am in my prime, but I know already I'll never teach you to shoot a bow, nor how to ride a horse or care for a sword. I'll never take you on a raid, nor out fishing. I took a wound to my knee during the last. I hate this. I haven't even played Skyrim, and I hate the meme. All right. Perhaps something will help you, and perhaps not. That's why I've had part of our goods hidden in old Ule's house under the floorboard. So I'm
all right.
assuming that this poor fellow is Yana.
Yeah, you should track that quest.
It's a good idea.
Too late.
That's not too late. Never too late. Inheritance. Schwab. Now I shall look upon with my witcher senses. But no, so we have now we've settled on what we on how we judge Asian restaurants or Asian buffets,
Hmm.
rather. Tell me how you do the same thing with Italian restaurants.
I mean, I really haven't been to a lot of Italian places. Jen and I tend to find one that we really like and then stick with it.
Right, right. But what determines the part of it that you really like?
So the go-to Italian place for Jen and I in San Antonio is Maggiano's.
Okay.
And Maggiano's we really like because the first time we went in there was our first like real big date where we went out on like a big
Oh.
to do a big hullabaloo, and
Oh.
they have an incredible bar. Every time we've been in there and gotten drinks, their bar is fantastic.
So your judge of good Italian food so far is there's a good cocktail lounge attached.
Uh, that's why we like Maggiano's. The food there is also very good. It's very basic isn't the right word, but it's like um the menu isn't very big.
Yeah.
Like they only have like a few things on it. They tend to have the things that you expect from an Italian place, and then also some curveballs. Um, like everything we've ever gotten there is real good, and also if you get a dinner portion, for an additional, I think it's like $5 or $8, something like that. You get another portion to take home.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is real good deal.
That is a very good deal. I'll have to give that a shot. But like what is the item menu that drives you wild?
So their calamari is fantastic. Um,
That's usually a pretty good metric.
yeah. The other thing that I really like from there is they do an excellent shrimp scampi.
Ooh.
I when I do Italian food, I tend to do
You do
seafood.
pesca del
So
mar.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I usually do something like shrimp scampi or something with like scallops in it. Um, if given
I
the option.
I will say that oh, this is dangerous. I'm gonna die.
I don't think you can cross the mountains.
Nope.
You're gonna have
I
to
need to
go
go
around
around.
them.
No, I didn't realize how high I had climbed until I was about to ski down, and I was like, oh no. Oh, I'm bad at physics. Uh, yeah, let's
And this is gonna be true for like all of Skellige. If there's a mountain in your way, don't try and go over
right,
it.
right, right. Go around the mountain. I found allspice. What I've always wanted. And the Griffin Mastercrafted Steel Sword.
Nice.
Yeah.
You never would have found that if you hadn't
If I hadn't,
almost fallen down the mountain.
yeah, I mean, I'd have poked around eventually. Um, but no, I'll go to an Italian place, and if they have, I'll look for a couple of things on the menu. Uh, like a good chicken parmesan.
Oh, theirs is very good too.
Yeah, for like that southern, the more like hearty fried Italian. If they can do a good chicken parmesan, then I'll know what to expect, right? Like if the chicken parm is like light and flaky, I know like okay, I need to see if these guys have like a chicken piccata because they know how to delicately fry things. Their calamari is going to be off the wall. And if they do like fried ravioli, that's going to be great too. It's not going to be too heavy and too greasy. But if you go to the place where it's like maybe just a little too brown and it has that mass produced like if you go to a place that has like a chicken parmesan uh that's like what you'd get at like a chain restaurant instead.
Hmm.
If they have that, I check to see if their marinara is like thick and chunky, right? Because if it is, those guys without exception make baller meatballs.
You should change your destination on your map because you're going to want to keep running towards that green icon and it's going to keep running you towards the mountain. You should pick somewhere to the south to go to.
Gotcha. But so like weirdly enough, it's not my favorite thing in any of my Italian restaurants that I frequent. But I can judge a lot from a good chicken parmesan.
So there's a place near us on the northwest side of San Antonio. Uh, there's a bar, well, what used to be a bar and grill called Texas Two Step. Um, it was pretty good. They had excellent nachos. Like their queso was some of the best that I've ever had.
Wow.
Uh, the owners also owned an Italian restaurant right across the street in like the like strip mall that is in that area. And the name of the Italian restaurant is Two Steppies. Um, they have actually shut down
Oh
Texas Two
no.
Step
But kept open two
because
steppies.
Two Steppies makes them so much more money than Texas Two Step did. Like
Wow.
we haven't been there to try it, but apparently it's good enough Italian food that the Tex-Mex bar and grill that the owners also owned wasn't making them as enough money to justify keeping it
Yeah,
open.
I mean, like, look, man, Texas, like Tex-Mex bars and bar and grills in San Antonio, you're You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of those, man. Like,
But I mean, there's a reason why there's so many of them because they always get
and
business.
because Tex-Mex is delicious.
Yeah. What's your favorite Tex-Mex place in San Antonio?
Uh,
Why
I
why why did you just have to kill that guy? He had
because
a quest marker above his head.
well, yeah, and when I went to go like talk to him, he got up and tried to rob me.
Well, I don't get any audio, so
Yeah. I mean, like I got
uh,
15 extra experience from it, but I think he's just a
meant
bandit.
to meant to lure you to a false sense of security.
Yeah. How dare they try to bandit me?
Um
Uh,
so my favorite Tex-Mex place in San Antonio is actually not in San Antonio.
okay.
It is in Helotes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's close enough.
Yeah, and it is called El Chaparral.
Oh, El Chaparral's they're great. They're baller.
Yes, they are amazing.
Yeah. El
Best
Chaparral's fantastic.
enchiladas I have ever had in my life.
I mean, like it's fast food Tex-Mex, but that doesn't mean that it won't like absolutely hit the spot. Taco Cabana, right? Like they're fine.
Taco Cabana is great for nachos and for really cheap,
Really cheap, right?
mediocre margaritas.
Well, I mean, and the king of the 3 o'clock in the morning craving, bean and cheese tacos are like 59 cents, my guy. Like you can't shake a stick at that.
Yeah,
And those bean and cheese tacos, they're, I mean, they're bean and cheese. It's good. Like the cheese is salty enough. The beans are really good. Their rice is surprisingly fantastic.
It's clearing up.
Uh, it's Taco Cabana. It's all right. This is the worst Taco Cabana advertisement. Taco Cabana, sure.
it is superior drunk food to Jack in the Box.
Oh yeah,
IMO.
yeah. Oh, and like the only thing that I've ever wanted, whilst near my cups, from Taco Cabana are the 99-cent tacos, like 2 for 99 cents. And those are only tacos in like the most.
You mean from Jack in the Box?
Yeah. The grease-soaked, forgotten in the fryer a bit too long, with a slice of American cheese, and they for some reason fried the lettuce.
As one of my friends describes it, Doritos with nasty meat.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it is an absolutely wretched excuse for food. And when you've had a long night with good friends and nowhere else is open, you buy those things by the amount that you have in your pocket. You go, I'm gonna need $26 worth of tacos. And they go, we'll have them out for you in 5 minutes. And then every fryer goes to work. It is the worst possible food that you can put in your body. You would be better off just eating handfuls of like wallpaper paste. Right? Like it's not good for you, and you have never tasted anything better in your entire life.
So,
My
Jack in the
dude?
Box.
God's bless and reward you, Witcher.
I found an herbalist.
Nice. And I believe you will find him in a town.
Find his ass right here.
Well, you rescued him from bandits, but he has to go back to his shop.
Okay. Well, let me repair up my weapon.
So Jack in the Box has a recent addition to their recent within the last like few years addition to their menu, which is
What do you think?
yes, absolutely switch to that.
Even without the chance to freeze and the chance to dismember?
Yeah, you can always put
Yeah, let's pop some runes in that bad boy, huh?
yeah, 15-point boost to damage, and also a 25% bonus to crit hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I saw that and went, oh, that's kind of.
Also, I love the name.
I mean, that one has better damage.
It has a lot better damage.
So I should stick with that one then?
Yeah.
I don't think I've been using that.
I don't know.
Huh. Okay, well, I still need to repair my silver sword.
So they have a thing on their menu which are loaded nuggets, which are a box of their rather mediocre nuggets, but drizzled with like cheese and sour cream based sauce.
Okay.
And they are absolutely fantastic as a drunk food. And Jack in the Box knows who they're selling to because they're not even available on the menu until like 11 p.m.
Nice. Yeah, during their like Jack in the Box late night. Hey, Munchie, you got the munchies yet? Yeah, can't sleep. Flying a little too high? Come to Jack in the Box, baby. Bring $5. We know you can't be trusted with money. But as to your first question, like up by my house, there are 3 little taco shops, and each one of those like taco places is wildly different. They're like 3 vastly different styles, and they're all called El Taco. Like, one of them is a little bit more like traditional taqueria. You know, you got the mini tacos and like a wide selection of slow-cooked meats that they're just chopping up, right? These guys. Then there's like it's like the best. They have a taco that is tailor-made for me, and it's called the dumpster taco.
Yeah.
And it's like a breakfast taco. Oh, okay. I should buy all of these, right? These.
Yes.
Lonesome World Guides to Ard Skellig.
Yes.
Got a shocking amount.
And then you should sell him all of those clubs that you're carrying.
Yes. Oh, don't worry. I'll get my money back. I just want to read these.
What's that thing that's all the way to the left on his menu?
Oh, it's a mastercrafted saddle.
Oh, okay. You have better saddles.
Yeah. Ard intensity is not something I. But no. Unsell. Rest of the. The other one, like the dumpster taco, is, hey, do you like breakfast tacos? Of course you like breakfast tacos. Breakfast tacos are awesome. We had leftover bacon from when we made breakfast tacos, like, you know, like this morning. Like, after we made all of the bacon tacos, you know, we'll throw it in a pile. We also have some potatoes. We throw that in the pile. We also have, what is this, carne asada? Yeah, we throw that in the pile. We throw a bunch of cheese on it and wrap it in a flour tortilla with some scrambled eggs and go, there you go. Put some salsa on it. This'll allow you to see God. And man, it's incredible. It is so good. But it's like, you know, it's not anything that you would ever decide to order. It's just a matter of convenience for them. And, well, yeah, great. Well worth it. It's kind of on the same level as, like, Oh, what's that? What's that place that was always like they claimed that they were always open 24/7, randomly closed on Saturday? Las Palapas.
Yeah.
Um, and then the last one is just like a literal hole in the wall. Like go there and they're like, "What do you want? Tacos, enchiladas? You got it? Okay, great. There you go. Get out, please. We don't have many seats." And they're all great. Like it just kind of depends on what you're in the mood for. But again, the tricky part is, oh crap, that guy. I have to go find him now.
Why?
Because while I was doing all of my after I sold that stuff, like in the time that it took for me to finish my thought and then get out of the menu, the merchant pathed away. So like he's somewhere up this road probably. Okay.
You are dropping frames like crazy.
Weird. Got a whole bunch of new markers now.
That might be why.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, there he is. He is further down the road. But yeah, like any of those places, I'd say that they're my favorite because it's great to just like be able to go to any of them depending on where the mood strikes.
Show me your wares.
Okay. Selling this dude some clubs.
Pardon me, I have to take a oatmeal cream pie break.
I mean, I can't judge you for that, Tom. I don't think I've ever used a secondary weapon, and at this point I'm too scared to learn how to.
They're not worth it.
So I should just sell this, like, really great one for 42 gold?
Yeah.
I want to hang on to the Griffin Steel Sword because that's what I'm worth.
So the reason why you want to get rid of the secondary weapons, you can't put oils on them.
Oh. Don't want that. What do you think, Tom?
What do I think about what?
About the armor selection I've got going on.
The Salman, you could probably switch to the Salman.
But, like, do I really need to?
Better armor, and it's got better...
Resistance to piercing, but not to slashing or resistance to damage from monsters.
It's better. It is better than 10% better than your armor, period.
Well, you
so
lost
like
me
even
there.
so like even though you're losing 10% resistance to slashing damage, the armor itself is better than 10% better than your current armor.
So I should switch.
Yes.
Okay, then I won't sell it. What's the cutoff for that? Like this is 12 armor better, but I lose my Igni and Yrden intensity.
They're only 5% boosts.
Okay.
They're not that big a deal.
Yeah, but I mean like what's the numerical cutoff where you go, "Oh, now this is worth more in terms of armor or attack?"
Kind of doing some mental math, basically. Like, if the differences between the various bonuses kind of balance out, then you're better off going for the one that gives you the better rating in all situations, as opposed to the one that gives you a better rating in specialty situations.
Okay. I think I follow now. And goodbye, Gonzalo Versal. Alright. I think I have sold this guy everything I can. Peace out, my guy.
So long.
Snow, what are your favorite Tex-Mex place outside of El Chaparral, which is more of the fancy? Where's your favorite like kind of scummy Tex-Mex place?
I mean, there's a Taco Cabana right around the corner from our house.
Yeah, but Taco Cabana is safe. Taco Cabana is like corporate.
I mean, like the closest that we get to that is a place where we get breakfast tacos. Like the place closes at like 1 p.m. Like they're a breakfast taco shop.
Nice.
And it's called Rita's.
Oh,
It's
okay. I've
right
had
around the
Rita's.
corner from us.
Rita's is good.
Yeah. Yeah, their breakfast tacos are pretty excellent, but you got to get there early, and they close at like, 1 or something like that. It might even be 11.
I mean, anytime we have friends like roll in from out of town. Anytime we have friends roll in from out of town, it's always fun to take them to Meatieras and just watch them be like, "What is happening around me?" And you're like, "It's Tex-Mex." Like this is what it do. Liver friend. Now
remember you can left bumper over to the alchemy tab and see if what you might need.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, I already picked up more. Let's see.
So to get away from food for a moment, start thinking about who you would like to have play in your birthday Monster Hearts one shot.
Yeah, most stuff.
If you get like I leave it to you to find the players. But yeah, so
How many do you want me to
with
to arrange?
With Powered by the Apocalypse, I'd be cool with 4 to 5.
Okay. Five. One other.
I've got a fun one shot in mind, with a setting that I plan on like continuing to use.
Yes.
But for the plot, without telling you what it is, it will be the plot of one of my favorite movies. A blatant ripoff.
Of Das Boot?
Yes, Das Boot, for sure. You're going to be on a submarine.
It's what
High
I've
school
always
kids
wanted.
on a submarine.
I think you could pull it off. I've got great faith in you. Bryonia.
It is totally unfounded.
I think there was another recipe that I needed bison grass for. Do you have bison grass? Damn. Okay. Alright, we're done here. Thank you.
So long.
Oh, alright, so now that we're off food, what else do we talk about?
So saw Black Widow.
Oh, what did you think?
It was very good. I liked it. as as with other movies I have seen her in, Florence Pugh. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. She is delightful, and I love her in everything I've ever seen her in. She is so good at acting.
Man, like her Yelena won me over. And Yelena is not a character that I particularly care about. In the comics.
Well, like all of the other cast in that, all of Natasha's family are all in the comics. They're all Black Widow villains.
Right. But like Red Guardian had some cool little moments. But like I never really liked Yelena Barova.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see Florence Pugh, like mocking Scarlett Johansson. Why do you do that stupid little like hair toss thing, the head flip? What are you doing? Who are you trying to impress? And I was like, I really like you.
So I was reading on TV tropes about Black Widow after I watched it, and the part where Yelena mocks Natasha for the 3-point landing that she does, that wasn't originally in the script. Florence was making remarks about that just on the set, and the writers heard her and integrated it into the script.
It seems like she's really good at portraying, like really bitter and sarcastic characters, and I love that because I'm a bitter and sarcastic person. So, yeah, I buy that 100%.
Yes, she definitely, like, watching her play that character, it made her really feel like she was Natasha's little sister. Like, she had the relationship dynamic down just about perfectly.
Yeah.
There's another movie that I saw her in a few months ago. It's been out for a couple of years now, but I watched it while pandemic isolation was on.
Right. During
So,
the first initial deep dark look down into the depths of our souls.
yes. When we had nothing else to do but binge watch everything
panic
on TV. But the movie is called Fighting with My Family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Was she the semi biopic of WWE Paige?
Yes, and she does an absolutely fantastic job in that movie. Character is, I would say, semi-similar to the way that she played Yelena. But yeah, she's real good. She was also in Outlaw King, the Netflix movie about Robert the Bruce.
Oh.
Where she played Robert the Bruce's wife, the future Queen of Scotland. And yeah, fantastic movie. So I really liked her in the role. Rachel Weisz was just fantastic the entire way through.
She can be nothing else.
Ray Winston plays such a good bad guy.
Speaking real quick, speaking of settings for Monster Heart based on some of your favorite movies, is this a high school romance built around World War I sniper battles?
No.
No, so no Enemy at the Gates? Okay.
No.
Great movie though.
No, it is a high school movie is one that I'm using. It's one that not a lot of
Tom, I'm talking about Enemy at the Gates. It has Rachel Weisz
Yes,
in it.
I know. So Enemy at the Gates is one of those movies that like it's cool from an action standpoint, but like a lot of history buffs hate it because
Right.
it perpetuates a lot of like very false pop culture, pop history ideas about things. Like the whole that opening scene with the, you know, the man in the front, or the man with the rifle shoots, the man with the ammunition follows the man with the rifle. There's no evidence that that ever actually happened. But now it's this meme idea that people have that like, oh, the Russian army in World War II didn't even have enough rifles for all their guys. Yeah, that's not the case at all.
Right.
It also perpetuated the idea that the Order 626, the not one step backwards, that the result of that was just like commissars just mowing down guys who would retreat, when that's not really what happened. Usually what they would do is just get them to turn around. Like, they wouldn't shoot them, they wouldn't threaten them, they would come up and be like, hey, this is a battle, people are dying, you need to turn around and do your job. Like, the country is at stake and people will die if you do not do this. And usually if they still refused at that point, they would just get arrested, not immediately killed.
Right. No,
and usually they would end up in basic penal units after that, which was you if you thought being in the regular army sucked, wait till you spend some time in a penal infantry unit. You won't like that at all.
I'm sorry. I had a serious question about whether or not you like is it as egregious that you would consider it the Braveheart of World War One movies?
No, and it's World War II. It's Nazi Germany versus the Soviet Union.
You're right.
No, the worst World War II movie, in my opinion, is Battle of the Bulge.
Interesting.
The one from like the 1960s. It is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
That is
in real history, it was a battle in the middle of a snowy forest, and for the movie they filmed it in the dusty plains of southern Spain.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real bad.
All right. Done selling to this guy, and back on the explore train. Like a new destination. But so like I want to know the reason behind this hot take. Like what is the moment that most fills your historian heart with seething rage?
In Enemy at the Gates, or just
No. I mean Enemy at the Gates is. You never expected. I personally was like, oh, this is not how it really was. I'm like, no, this is pure like action cheese. Like, oh, look at how awesome war can be. Look at how desperate and romantic, but also subverting that. I never thought of that as like historical record as much as it was like thematic. Sometimes ham-handed like storytelling.
So the thing that will drive me the most just up the wall watching a movie that has like a historical setting is so the reason why the Battle of the Bulge, the movie from the 60s, was the way it was because they didn't have the budget to do anything else. Like, they were operating with a very low budget. They basically had the extras in that movie are Spanish army soldiers. So like they worked with what they could get. And it's bad, but you understand why when you know that like they had no budget to do anything else. The thing that drives me up the wall is when you have a a movie that is otherwise supposed to be historically accurate, and they spend a lot of time and money on, and then miss things where it's like, did you even Google it?
Right.
Like, this isn't something that requires mounds of research, but like a basic Google.
Like you could have at least tried, you know. I would like eventually I would like for you to compile a list of movies that you
Uh,
despise for those reasons, and then we can hate watch them together, and
uh, I I can
I can get the
I can
Tom
give
is angry in person that I love so much.
I can give you the first example of one of those movies where it's just like, did you even bother Googling this? Uh, Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor, absolute dreck.
Hey,
Terrible movie.
you named the problem right off the bat, my guy.
U571 is another one.
I'm not familiar with U571.
U571, it came out in the very early 2000s, like 2001 or 2002. But it is about
Maybe. Let me see what you got.
the capture of an Enigma machine
Tom,
um,
Tom,
from a
Tom,
damaged.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I have to point out that I just found a bunch of druids. I just found a bunch of druids, and the first thing he said to me is, "Do you want to buy something from me stash?" And I'm like, "Very much." I would very much like that, please. Sorry, go on. U571.
So it is about the capture of an intact Enigma machine from
Okay.
a German submarine, U571. Um, and it is basically one of those movies where it's like, we dedicate this to all of the efforts that uh the allies went through in order to break the Enigma code and all that. And it's based on a real world incident where a intact Enigma machine was captured from uh, a a German sub that basically ran aground on some rocks off the coast of, I think it was Scotland.
Mhm.
And they were able to capture everything. A dramatization of that is also in the excellent Neil Stevenson book Cryptonomicon. Um, However, in real
So
life,
long.
that was a massive, complex, and incredibly brave undertaking by the British Royal Navy.
Place of power.
And in the movie
Should draw from it.
U571, the entire Navy crew that captures the submarine is American.
Wow. So we just kind of decided that was ours, huh?
Yeah. Hey, don't mind us. We're just going to steal your greatest accomplishment.
I mean, that tracks for us. Like that is sort of the American way.
Come on.
So,
Oh, Andrega.
yeah, what are the Endrega?
Giant bugs.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can see that, but like,
They're not like. They're just giant bugs. Like,
I mean, they're just
they're
squishy
they're
boys that are.
yeah, they're an insectoid monster. Like, I
Well,
nothing really extra complex about them.
well,
They're real gross.
yeah, I don't like them. Did I? Yeah. That there. All right. Nope. I'm going up too much. Oh no. Orandrega.
Ugly bastard.
There's easily like a 30-second delay.
Yeah. No,
More
that's-
than probably. There's like a minute delay.
Hey man, I don't control the internet.
Stupid internet.
But that should be improving as we are upgrading ourselves to Google Fiber next couple weeks. So, all hail the Google overlords, I guess. If we have to be under the crushing boot of if we have to be under the crushing boot of a company, at least it's one with a colorful logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, say what you will about relative evil, they do fast internets. But I mean, like this is a laid back stream now. You know, like we got 2 concurrent viewers and one of them is the co-host. So
So, to go back to Black Widow.
yeah, tell me more about Black Widow. Tell me what you thought about the Taskmaster.
Excellent. Not don't want to spoil anything for our viewer who may not have seen it yet, but
Yes.
did not see the twist coming. Probably should have, did not.
We don't know you.
The action scenes were excellent. Taskmaster's fighting style was perfectly, or well, Taskmaster's theft of other people's fighting styles was totally well portrayed.
There's a big Earth elemental.
I see it. It's level 29.
27.
What's your level?
21.
So you should use Quen to give yourself a shield and fight it real defensively like you did with that
Yeah.
the hag. Like just try and get a hit in or two and then get away from it. The wyvern decoction could be useful.
Was the Wyvern one? Yeah, but I mean, like this thing's gonna do a bunch of area of effect attacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I don't want to. I mean, I could just give myself straight up 50% attack power.
Do mounted combat power. It's only when you're on horseback.
All right. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for us. Alright, so what's that? Towards a action. Alright. Oh. Oh, keep the right sword out. Okay,
And select
Super.
Quen before you go into the fight.
select Quen. Put Quen on.
Yes.
And, oh, Elementia Oil. Already put it on. I'm good.
Yes. You have 40 hits with it before you gotta, or 60 hits with it before you gotta touch it up. Reshield. Yeah, Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Ha! Chimkara. Aikiba.
Speaking of, yeah, Dark Souls. they have released the first like section of Elden Ring for like
Yeah, I saw
people.
lots of people were talking about like how pretty it was, but
Apparently the gameplay is also really good. They've added mounted combat, which none of the Dark Souls games has ever had before. And apparently it's very fluid, which is something that a lot of games that have mounted combat lack.
well, I stabbed him in the back with a big sword. I am the aggressor here, but he's got a treasure that I want. Sorry, Amanda asked in the chat. Oh my god. Ermagerd. Goosebumps. Amanda asked what I did to make the Earth Elemental angry, and I was like, I violated the non-aggression principle.
Because Earth Elementals are definitely libertarians.
Oh yeah. Fucking stony chud. Alright.
Oh!
I'm good! Aha, I'm onto your tricks now.
You got a few more hits before you got to refresh your oil.
Ah, shield's still back.
So the stinger for Black Widow, I like the setup for what we know will be coming down the road. I'm really hoping that they have a Black Widow versus Hawkeye movie on deck that will be Yelena Black Widow versus Kate Bishop Hawkeye. Where Kate Bishop has to protect a now retired Clint Barton.
I mean, I think that's a little too specific, but I think they will do something akin to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of, what did you think of the Disney Plus Day stuff? All those announcements.
So I watched the teaser trailer for She-Hulk. I think it's funny that they finally got the line, you don't make me angry, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And it's not Bruce Banner saying it, so that's fun.
But he is standing creepily behind.
Yes. While she's doing what is apparently a promo for her law office.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be good. I still like Tatiana Maslany. She's a good actress. I like her in Orphan Black. She also was the like main person in one of my favorite episodes of a Canadian show called Flashpoint that I am a big fan of.
Flashpoint.
It's a
No. Don't continue with the initial story. I'll ask about Flashpoint at the proper moment.
Okay. No, she's a good actress. I like her. I don't think she isn't the pick that I would have gone with for the role. I would have gone with Stephanie Beatrice, who plays Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think she would have been fantastic in the role.
As Jennifer Walters?
Yes.
I agree. I think she'd be incredible.
Yeah. But I think Tatiana will do fine. Not my first pick, but I think she'll be great. What else came out? I know that the teaser trailer for Miss Marvel came out today. I have not watched it yet.
Like I saw like the little glimpse ones, but I didn't see a teaser trailer.
Yeah, so there's a teaser trailer came out today for Ms. Marvel, and I am super looking forward to the movie that I can only assume will be just called Marvels. That will be Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, and Maria Rambeau.
You know, that anything with my girl Monica Rambeau.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Monica Rambeau.
That's okay. It's okay. Maria's her mom, so.
Yeah.
But no, man, like, yes, give me more Monica Rambeau. I love that. That was there was a lot for me to love in spoilers, by the way, for shows that have been on for a very long time now. That was one of my favorite things about WandaVision.
Yeah.
Was out of nowhere, my Captain Marvel? Like, it was my jam. I loved it. So I do want to see where that progresses. I'm really glad that character exists in the canon now. Speaking of House of Harkness,
Yeah.
That's going to be fantastic.
I don't even know what that will be, but Catherine Hahn
Yes.
is so amazing. Like I'm 100% certain that the reason why this show is getting made is because of just how popular she was in that role. She has so much charisma, and I'm glad that she's getting a starring role in something, because she's done the supporting role in so many things, and she's so amazing.
Yeah. So like when that little twist went down and they had the theme song. They released released it the next day over Twitter as a purchasable file, and it made like billions. Like, it was a hit.
Shield up.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Swallow. Oh boogie. Hang on a sec.
You should play very defensively for a minute.
Yep. Plus, let me know when that toxicity goes down.
Yeah. That's going to take a while.
I know.
Toxicity takes a long time to go down.
It's okay. We got this.
So we haven't watched Shang-Chi yet. That is on the list. That'll be within the next few days. Also, still need to finish up What If. Which, from what I understand, the last episode of What If is not as disconnected from the greater story as is suspected.
Maybe it's all connected.
Yeah. Like people, when What If originally came out, they were like, "Oh, this is just some cool little alternate history, alternate reality things." And no, the last episode apparently makes it very much part of the multiverse's problem. You have almost got this, bad boy.
I know it. Give it another shield bit. Ah! Oh. I probably should have. I probably ran out of oil like a while ago.
Yeah.
While I'm at it, God, I am certain.
You need to repair it real bad.
Yeah. Okay.
And dodge.
Oh, yep, still gotta do that.
Oh, it's almost dead. Don't get aggressive.
I'm not.
You can still beat it.
I'm not. I mean, I am getting aggressive. I did start this fight.
Well, yeah, but I mean, don't
Don't
go in
don't
there
get
trying
reckless.
to take it out. And, yeah.
Thanks, big
Dead.
guy. And I got my first monster eye. Ooh, what a doozy of a fight.
Should immediately check those items because they're probably pretty good.
Yeah, let's do. Okay, so what do we get here? That was one I picked up. Chance to cause burning. Okay. One was like
Those
these.
the condottieri boots.
Yeah, these right here. I mean, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Better. 19. And let's see. Let's throw in. Let's do Ardent Igni. Do I have an Axie? Yeah. Do an Axie in it. There we go. Alright. Back on track to Grimace Workshop. What were we talking about again?
So Marvel stuff. So
Yes.
yeah, I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. That's on the list. Gonna check it out. I would like to go see Eternals this week.
You should.
Especially because so a lot of my hype for MCU movies comes from Matt Pat's theory videos. From Film Theory.
Okay.
So he did a video when
I feel
Black
bad.
Widow.
I feel kind of bad for killing all of the white wolves in this place.
Well, they did attack you first.
Yeah. I guess now I am the Earth Elemental. So, Matt Betts, Film Theory, go on.
Yeah, so when Black Widow came out, so he does a lot of his more recent film theory videos that are about the MCU. They won't necessarily be predictions of, so they are predictions of future events, but they're also meant to explain uh things that might be like throwaway lines or inconsistencies that like you would notice but not necessarily like know the full context of.
Yeah.
So like when WandaVision came out, people started questioning if that meant that the Netflix various MCU things were non-canon. And he did a whole video about whether like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that was still considered canon in the MCU. Hey, you found a quest spot.
Indeed I did.
Like one of the examples that they bring up is that the Darkhold shows up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it is nothing like the Darkhold we see in WandaVision.
Yeah. Should teach me
I
alchemy.
want you to share your knowledge. Teach me alchemy.
But my favorite video that Matt Pat has done recently is one about Black Widow, where he talks about the part when we first get introduced to Red Guardian, when he's telling the story about having fought Captain America.
Yeah.
And he mentions that it happened during the 1980s, and people are like, that can't be because Steve Rogers was still frozen.
Yeah.
Um,
But it was the first time in the comics that the Red Guardian promised to be a good student.
Be a good student.
Doubtful.
You can't even grasp the simple notion that I want you to leave.
Okay, I kind of like this guy.
The way I'm preparing to perform a rather tricky ritual. So I could use some help.
3 favors. Oh, 3 favors for a druid. No, thank you.
I require 3 favors.
I've seen enough Midsummer Murders to know that
and I shall accept you as my
no interaction with druids ends well.
Well, there's a way after all.
And he's both a druid and one of the poors.
You must bring
As
that pimpernel.
as often they are.
Second, I need a bottle of spirit from the old distillery on Hale Hill. Finally, convince Fritjof to help me perform the rite. He's a
Oh,
true
old Fritjof.
Find him near Blandara.
I mean, he wants you to fetch some booze for one of them. I think that's definitely in your wheelhouse.
What will it be?
And I've got like bottles of Everloose in my pocket. A lot of them. Okay, yeah, sure.
All right, I'll do it. But this ritual you want to perform, what's that about? If you wish to be my apprentice, you must stop asking questions.
This does not seem like a good way to transmit the knowledge of science.
But to do it, now go, chop chop, before I change my mind.
All right.
But yeah, so
I've told you what you
Matt
must
Pat
do.
brings up
Did you say?
that line could just be, or that story could just be Red Guardian telling tall tales, you know,
But you have the memory of a goldfish.
generally being a pain in the butt.
This
But later on, when it's just him and Natasha, he's asking about, you know, hey, did Captain America ever say anything about me? So he definitely believes that he fought Captain America.
Yeah.
And with the revelation that the U.S. Super Soldier program continued after Steve Rogers that we got in Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Farewell.
the theory that Matt Pat put forward is that we're going to see William Burnside in a future MCU property. The Captain America commie smasher,
Yeah.
who later goes on to be the what do they call him, Grand Director.
So he's doing like the deep dive character lores.
Yeah, so the latest video that he came out with, and this came out like within the last couple of days, is a film theory about the Eternals, which is basically him going, the Eternals, and I haven't watched the video yet. This is just from the title card of it, but the Eternals basically proves Thanos was right.
Sound of axes and saws,
A little bit.
thick with the smell of sap.
A little bit. The guy kind of knew. Guy kind of knew a thing about a thing or a thing.
Most hallowed mother.
Okay.
So you're going to come back to this tree again later. So it's good for you to map the fast travel point.
Most hallowed mother.
Just trying to find my way down to this quest down here. Marker, Gwydnith. There we are. There's our fast travel mark.
There's a whole... So the reason why you're coming to Skellige to begin with, and this is, you know, refresher from 20 episodes ago, but Yennefer heard about a magical explosion on Skellige, and the druids are the local like magic experts, and so you have to work with them to go over the ritual that occurred.
So we actually are here to ask the druids what up.
Indeed.
Interesting. I do not trust these men o' the woods.
So I can't remember if we talked about it
yeah.
at all.
Step over here.
But
Heard you
Loki,
Aye, 'cause I
the
thought
end of Loki
I thank Mother Nature
was
didn't skimp on
real
my voice
good.
as she
Yeah.
did with some other
Um,
See,
like
Which is
I'm
why
I'm
I'm super jazzed post Eternals. Like I'm very eager for you to see that and for us to discuss it.
strong emotions and experiences
Um,
can restore speech.
like
So
they're
I thought
introducing
perhaps you might.
some seriously big threats, and
Okay, of course.
it's
Give
times
you
like
an
this where I'm like,
excellent Gwent card.
can Sony and Fox and Marvel just
Suppose we
deal
should
with
try.
all of their
Now,
various
wouldn't you know where to
issues?
start?
Because
You want
we
to
need the
scare
Silver
him,
Surfer in the MCU a real bad right now.
irritate, whatever you wish, provided you do him no harm.
Um,
Can usually find a guild
like
near the Hollow
it's
Dome.
about time for him to show up.
He's
Look,
probably
Tom,
praying in his heart
Tom,
for a cure.
I want what we all want. And that's Aunt May as the Herald of Galactus. I want MCU Marissa Tomei, Aunt May, 10, 15 years from now, on her own movie of Golden Oldie. That's what I want. That's what we all want.
I think
All-
Marissa Tomei definitely wants that.
Yeah, all of the Marvel fans are barreling towards that one point where when the Silver Surfer and Reed Richards and and Doctor Voodoo can't solve the problem, there's only one who can. Marissa Tomei, the Golden Oldie. Yeah, you gotta have the Fantastic Four first. But I mean, again, this is like projection down the line, man. And Fantastic Four has already been announced as part of the next phase.
Yeah.
Constant sound of axes and
So,
saws. Yeah,
man, it's gonna be bonkers to see.
So I
See
know
them
they
pull it
haven't
all off.
announced any casting for that yet, but I'm just putting it out there. Chris Evans is available to play the Human Torch again.
He is not. Don't you put that evil on him. Nobody successfully plays the Human Torch. They survive playing the Human Torch and then move on to better things. Ooh, those are tough.
Was that level 31?
I think it was level like 43.
Oh
And I was
my.
like, no.
Like that will kill you with one punch.
I don't think I'm gonna poke that. But I think that there are some very like tricky things that happened in the Eternals. I think there's some very clever, crafty things that that might hint to a lot more like weird, obscure stuff.
Mhm.
Right? So keep an eye on like
Show me what you got.
keep an eye on properties like Man-Thing and Howard the Duck, right? Like, and they're making so many of these. They're devoting so many resources to these properties. Things are gonna start getting weird, y'all.
Also, did you mention something the other day about confirmed Moon Knight?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oscar Isaac is playing him.
Oh my.
Did you not know about this?
I don't think I did.
Oh yeah, that was another one of the Disney Plus Day release trailers. Yeah.
Like, can Oscar Isaac stop playing roles that make me have complex feelings about him?
Mr. Isaac, I have to ask you. I need to be certain. Are you hitting on me?
You're gonna just play Duke Leto Atreides like that?
Right, and then play Moon Knight? Like... Like, regardless of your answer, there's going to be a lot of disappointment happening from one, maybe both ends of this relationship. Are you hitting on me, Oscar Isaac? Alright, let's find a Pimpernel in the woods using my Witcher senses.
So let's say Sony and Marvel and Fox, they all fix all their business.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think X-Men should be brought into the MCU?
Someone picked the bloom recently.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another.
Gremist has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerged drained with a blank
You know how I think, the X-Men should be introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I've asked Gremist to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed.
I think that
One of our novices
Wanda Maximoff needs to say all the mutants.
Listen,
That's what I think should happen.
I'm looking for a flower. Let's go into.
So basically a reverse version of the House of M.
180 on the House of M.
Flower.
I like it.
Comics Wanda says no more mutants. MCU Wanda finds out that she's one of very few mutants. Okay.
Hoof prints, but a biped's.
Oh, it might be a succubus.
Who, Fritjof?
No, the whoever has the hoof prints.
Oh, yeah. I did. Okay, I gotta kill these
'Cause
white
they're-
wolves.
They're satyr-y in the Witcher universe.
Yeah. Kind of tiefling-esque.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm into that. Hey, way to go.
So
dude.
speaking of tiefling-esque, the other day I started watching Fantasy High sophomore year. I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, Amanda just started it today, so hang on to those.
Flower. No petals.
Sorry, I just accidentally dropped a remix while I was trying to loot this wolf. Yeah. Hang on to those thoughts until Amanda has a chance to watch it. But again, more things we can discuss.
Only a couple of episodes in, anyways, but
It'll change pretty drastically. You'll like it. Eighth.
Flower. No petals.
But yeah, I think that would be a absolutely fantastic way
Flower.
to bring mutants in. Is just have Wanda will them into existence.
Yeah, like all of the people from these, from these other dimensions, all of these other dimensions are full of possibilities and stories and people, including the recently announced in Disney Plus Day X-Men '97, an animated show that we're doing now.
Someone
Like,
buried him.
here we go.
Not skillfully, but with great care.
Mutants. we're telling stories about
Lots of
mutants. Wouldn't it
scratches.
be weird if some of the
Underneath
same
the
characters
wall,
started to
bodies
cross
dried out
over?
As if it was drained.
I know him. It's Yara the White.
You
of
know,
Care Troll.
wouldn't a
died
new
far
X-Men
too
series be just a bonkers way? Oh, big guy. Just, melt armor.
What now, you piece of...
There we go. No, like the X-Men cartoon that we all know and love. Is how a lot of people learned about a lot of the like more weird, comics properties because it was the ones that Fox could get the rights to.
Yeah.
Especially when they also had the animated rights to a Spider-Man show. You can throw a lot of weird characters about and, get people to get people interested in that one weird thing that they saw. Everything was getting spun off. I think they're doing like the purpose of this
There were flowers here as
particular
well, but they've been picked.
phase of the
Every
media
last one.
blitz. They're pushing Disney Plus really hard because it allows them to further glom onto all of those properties now that the rights are mostly consolidated. There is a Peter Parker freshman year show coming out on Disney Plus.
Amanda, what are you saying spoilers about?
Footprints. Some fresh, others faded. All leading in the same
I did get a little bit rambly there, but I'm not sure if I was spoiling anything. But
Oh, no. Oh, stop, please.
buckle up, everybody.
Oh, this...
Making a lot of money off of this.
No, stop. Please. Stop it, that tickles.
Oh my.
Horny goat woman.
It's a succubus.
Creature. Raymond, step away
It's
from her.
succubus, guys.
Calm down. I've not been harmed. I came here.
Bam.
You don't know what you're saying. She's cast a spell on you. We
Bam.
saw what happens to those who land in this
Tom,
place.
there's Neep Norps, Tom.
We saw Yara's body.
Then you saw I buried his body as custom dictates. I did not seek his death. He was very old. His heart was
Ah!
I warned him it could
My
end
pure
badly,
Christian heart is
but he
being
kept
assailed.
returning.
I'll look out
Through your lies.
there.
Your wretched charm won't work on me. I shall kill you here and now, monster.
She's harmless.
They tend to be.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to kill her. She's a monster, sure.
She's fine. Like, I let the other one go, because she hadn't really done anything, just, hanging out.
But if you'll
See, this
not
guy says
act
there's no
very
cold
well,
fire and there's no dry water. You're wrong.
myself,
I'd advise against it.
I will return with one who does not carry a sword for show.
Oh,
Why
homeboy's
did you
throwing
take me
shade.
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed. I don't generally couple with witches, especially not out of gratitude.
Bam.
Can't
No.
think of another way you can repay me.
Not what I'm aiming
I'm
for.
looking for Pimpernel. You know this forest. Maybe you could help me.
I shall take you myself. And you, Raymond, go pick some more violets. Just the indigo
So
ones this
I
time.
am curious with the
Blue.
uh,
No.
the
indigo
guarantee
is
of a
indigo.
Monster Hearts game in the future, if you can put some players together. Is there any particular skin that draws your
Noisy,
eye?
aren't you?
I am not very familiar with them, so I cannot answer that question.
So they basically, if you can think of a supernatural critter, I probably have a skin for it.
Yeah, it'll. I think it'll depend on the group that I can gather together. Since you are placing that onus upon me. Uh, but
I mean,
I'd love to have like a collaborative meeting with the people with the other players and be like, hey guys, what kind of weirdness do we want to get into?
What do you think?
I'm definitely down for doing a session 0 in addition to an actual session.
Yeah.
Must pick some
Um, the reason why
Because like
I
if
would
I get a
want
bunch of Lovecraft guys, we're doing the Cthulhu dating sim, but you know.
the reason why I say the players are up to you is because like you know this is like my birthday present to you, so I want
Aw.
you to be playing with the folks that you want to play with at the table.
Yeah. Okay. Got myself a Pimpernel. I gotta go find myself a Fritjof. Thank you for the Pimpernel, ma'am. And we are... Okay, there we go.
You
Yeah.
should definitely check your map to make sure you don't have to leave the continent or leave the island.
I mean, it said it was in a nearby village.
You should still check to make sure.
I'll consult the devil map. Oh, it's fine. I should do this part. Whichever part. That's Fritjof. Gotta go do this. Quests. Distillery. Alright. And now I've got dots to follow. There we go. No, man, just like it is. There is some misgivings about like one corporation having so much of a media hold, and of course the natural vicious exploitation of capitalism itself. But the logistics necessary to like juggle this much stuff is kind of mind-boggling. Like they know what this endeavor's worth to them. Oh, hey, Algol's.
Oh yeah. Remember, you need to use Axie against Algols.
See.
Oh, it dead.
Sword!
Never mind.
Okay, I need to use Axie against that one. Ordinarily, I'm like... Ordinarily, my philosophy is... I don't need to use signs. I have the power of slashy slash, but nah, Algols are nasty. I do not approve of their style. It's just like leave this line. Down the distillery. This is some pretty intense level design.
In the world is that?
Is
that a werewolf?
No, that's like some like giant ogre dude. Oh, it's a giant. What do I know about killing giants?
I don't know. Consult the bestiary.
Bestiary. Is that ogroids?
Could be Ogoroid.
I don't think that I've run into any giants outside of, like, that rock troll.
It's either an Ogoroid or it's a relic, and I'm not sure which one.
So, like,
And if it's anything like a giant from Skyrim, you're gonna get yeeted the second it hits you.
I guess let's find out, huh? Let's go poke it, I suppose. Or something I can ard, right? I think I might need to clear a little bit of, like...
Terrain for dodging.
Yeah. Also, I still have that toxicity. Oh, that's because of my... Okay. I guess we're just gonna go poke the guy, right?
Yep. Save first.
Ooh, good call.
Here for you, man.
Appreciate you. Alright. Hey guys. Yeah, it's a Cyclops. What's up, man? Oh, need to switch off of hard. Hang on a sec.
Well, at least you don't hit that hard.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's my level, so... Oh, no, new entry added. Cyclopses.
Cyclops won't bother me anymore. Can look around
What are they?
peacefully now.
Pain in the ass is what they are. Alright.
But is it an Ogoroid?
Check. First off, let me get my armor repaired back. Yeah, let's check this out. Yeah, he's an ogre.
Yeah.
So from now on, we know. Cyclops Eye. Fairly certain I need that for something. Okay, so... Something happen if I used Igni here?
It might explode. But didn't it also have a thing that said open when you walked up to it?
Yeah, but like I opened it and nothing happened. Like it didn't do anything. It opened up like the little loot window, but then no loot, no...
Use your Witcher senses to search the distillery for instructions of how to produce alcohol. So you need to learn how to use those machines before you do things.
Oh, no, it's not telling me to, like... It's not telling me, like, to use... doesn't matter.
got lucky. Bit of mash left.
Because the open could have been opening a valve.
No, this is, I think... Sign. Like, can I ard this thing down?
You need to go to the other side of the room in order to find the ingredients.
Yeah, but I mean, like, usually that thing doesn't glow red that easily, right? Like,
They're glowing red because they're things that you need to interact with in order to do the quests. But you have to go get your instructions first, and now you're stuck.
I'm not stuck. I'm a slippery little man. Okay. So, some way. Something.
I think video has stopped entirely.
Yeah, that might be a little weird. It does show an
Yeah,
increase in drop
it just
frames.
suddenly jumped back to moving again.
Okay, there we go. We did find the distiller's log, though, so...
So you definitely want to read this.
Damn, beast come round again. Refused to go till I poured some spirit in the basin, till I filled it to the brim, and drank it all in one slurp and left. Not a week's past since come again. I threw stones to chase it off, it threw stones back, broke through my ribs, howled and screamed till I poured some more. Yeah, like... Cyclops liked getting a drink, man. To be a dick about it.
Distilling recipes.
There we go.
Parchment's a little faded, but legible.
Kjolf, I'm giving you a last chance. One last, either do everything properly or apprenticeship's over. Mash the evaporator, fire under the evaporator, cool the condenser. First turn the right lever, then the left, not the other. Now, is it that hard? Answer's no. No, the answer's no. Get to work. Don't toss rotten malt. Malt out. Okay. Some alcohol. Alright. What have we?
Here's where the mash goes. Probably.
Add the mash.
Done. Now to boil the mash.
So
Ought
that's...
to be enough. Time to cool it down.
Right lever, then left?
Bruh, I don't know.
Well, well. Turns out I'm quite the distiller.
Yeah, nailed it. Alright, so Skellige... Hey, I hit level 22! Hooray for Skellige Spirit! Alright, Dohavness. Let's... Let's run back to this happy village. No, Dune 2 is now filming. So your constant torment over the casting of Fade Ruatha must endure a little more.
Yes, it needs to be Tom Holland, the best kept secret in Tom Holland's life.
I
I
love it.
want to see him play a bad guy. I think he could do a really good job at it. Like, he can do charming really well. So, charming plus sinister is not too much of a jump.
No, no. Example given. David Tennant.
Yeah.
I mean, the most terrifying Marvel villain that we've seen, David Tennant. That is why they need to fold the Netflix shows back into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I agree.
David Tennant's Purple Man.
So eventually, they did. Kevin Feige came out and confirmed that the Netflix series are not they have not been decanonized. They are still considered part of the canon, but possibly not in total. Like, they may eliminate certain elements of them from the canon, but in overall,
See,
they still exist.
I need to write a letter and be like, I need to write a letter to Kevin Feige and be like, hey, is it possible for me to be ordained as a theologian in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or just like Marvel Universe properties in general? Because I can help you keep track of all of that goofy stuff. I have religious training. You want to talk about canons? We talk about the Hank Pym heresy, okay? Like, so many wolves.
You're gonna get killed by a bunch of wolves.
I am not going to get killed by a bunch of wolves. I'm going to very nearly get killed by a bunch of wolves.
Just because the ad just popped up on my phone for it. Another thing that we have not talked about yet. Blade Runner Black Lotus.
I haven't. I've only seen a couple things about it, and I'm not really sure how much I want to spoil myself. Like, I might want to go into that one totally blind.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it. It looks real good. Like, that is in my animated series watch list, as is Arcane.
See, I'm hesitant about Arcane, and I keep hearing really good things, and I go, League of Legends, though.
The community, the player community of League of Legends is toxic. The setting is really cool.
Do you think they don't encourage that because it makes them... Like, they know how toxic it is. Alright, I'm gonna ruin this guy's economy. Alright.
So long.
Yeah, I mean, but I keep hearing good things, though, so I don't know. I will probably forget about it because I have no investment in League of Legends as a...
So Jen and I watched the first episode, and Arcane is basically Blades in the Dark, but without everything being Eternal Night. Like, aesthetics wise, it is Blades in the Dark, and it's real good. Also, in terms of heists.
Interesting. Interesting. That loops somehow to someone calling me an inexplicable racial slur. Right? Like, is that how League of Legends works?
No, the way League of Legends works is you start playing it, but because you don't have any gamer score, you're immediately kicked off your team before you even have a chance to play.
Oh.
Mutant. Sometimes even by my name. Geralt of Rivia.
A man with a sense of humor. I like that. Well, what can I do for you, Geralt of Rivia?
Gremist wanted me to summon you. Need you to help him perform a ritual.
A ritual? Will this one stop him from being a mean old goat? I would go see him.
I like that everyone has agreed that that Gremist is kind of a dick.
Look about you.
And this dude just has a giant red-eyed wolf just hanging around behind him, and nobody cares.
Sheep are starving.
Just blood all over its
Yep.
face, too.
Fear that
Clearly evil.
perhaps you could help me.
How? I'm a man of many talents, but manipulating the weather is not one of
And
them.
the two of us, we're just like, don't mention the dog. Don't mention the dog.
Nature dislikes it
Don't
when
look at the
so
dog. Don't mention the dog.
She will defend herself. So fiercely, in fact, that I could use a defender myself.
So this guy's gonna need me to kill a bunch of elementals, huh?
You should do it. He might sick the dog on you.
Maybe. All right. Yeah, deal.
Sure, I'll help. Provided you go see Gremist afterwards.
Agreed. Now follow me. Time for a little storm.
Gigantic, terrifying wolf. Get back in there with the sheep.
Animal sacrifice?
Should we burn folk at the stake as they do on the continent? Better a sacrifice of goats and sheep, I think.
You look at ill. That's Nurse some lead at the tavern.
All right.
Skugga Svarm Fatna Hala.
Wow!
Starting.
Now! Oh, they're foglets.
Yep, foglets. Necrophages.
Disgusting little.
And they don't like fire.
Okay, necrophage. Against necrophage. Ow, hey.
Blotter Himmel, Blotter Moiler, Flacker Ach Blitztar.
My dude, are you okay? Gerald, why are you boxing the foglet? I didn't tell you to put your sword away.
Well, dude,
Wait.
I assume you're going to finish this quest and then
Yeah,
go to bed?
we are finished with this. Whoop, nope. Surprise, a foglet. It's a foglet. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna finish this one up and go. So.
All right. I just got an alert that my phone is about to die, so I'm gonna have to drop off.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks for hanging out, Tom, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
I
See you
not
then.
managed to storm that fine for ages. To Did you see the drop?
Alright, and we are going to finish this quest and then get off on it. So,
They weren't small either.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they all.
this guy's like,
But perhaps that's
what?
for the best.
You said...
For the best. Why?
If manipulating the weather carried no risks, it'd not give me peace. Make it rain, make the sun shine. Some would want storms, others a sea calm as a pond.
Now I'm not sure I
frozen
feel
up.
about this druid.
This way, folk petition me only when their need is great, not because they've had a whim.
I get it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Wish I didn't have to chase this nicker or that drowner. Will you go see Grimace now?
With pleasure. After a storm of those proportions, I should gladly have it to help him with his ritual. Till then.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. These two druids are like, hey, we'll take on our apprentices. You get to do your weird weather stuff, and I'll get one of them to bring us some hooch. We're gonna have a ritual. I'm just helping two crusty old dudes get drunk.
I've battled in worse weather than this.
Damn. Alright, so I think that this is a fantastic point. Well, I mean, Grimace is like probably the last step, but go on ahead. Read about me. The last. I'd be like, ma'am, have you been drinking? But, I mean, it is her house, so... Being said, I'm probably doing a favor all of this extra stuff for her. Drunk greeting. I love it. Alright. Yeah, let's go on ahead and turn it into Grimace before we slap off for the night. Just a nice rainy day in fantasy Scotland, as one would expect. Doing favors for druids. Censoring digital succubi. This has been a good one. This has been a very fun stream. Houses? Abandoned sawmill.
Sawmill looks abandoned.
Sawmill does look abandoned. Okay, nah, I'm coming back to this one. All right. There's a marker. I will not be deterred. If you can run a little bit faster, that'd be appreciated. It is awful wet out, so... Come on, dude, get the lead out of your pockets. Go, Grimace! Oh, druids! Grimace, what? There you are.
Did everything you asked.
Phenomenal, my boy. So, Fritjof, shall we begin?
The sooner the better. We've a long night ahead of us.
The ritual is only for members of the inner circle. Thus, my dear apprentice, you must wait outside. Under no circumstances must you enter. We shall begin your tutelage come morning. Will you finally tell me what the ritual's about? Nay. No one likes a murder. Suffice to say, it's a burning matter now. Shoot!
Well, at least I get a chance to meditate, I suppose. Stock our potions. Alright, so that's where we're going to save for the moment. And as always, thank you guys for joining us. We apologize for any audio or visual issues. We're not pros at this, certainly. Let's see, what else? We'll be back next week with more Fantasy Poland Scotland. Make sure you have commented, or liked, commented, and subscribed. Tell all your friends and family. We're a very small channel, and we'd love to get some more growth. Yeah. How many games do you want to play? Say hi. Join your local union. Quit your job. Who cares? Be good out there, and be kind to people. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.